I prefer to be carried. It's less disrespectful, but I suspect you'll need your hands free for the trials ahead. Honor demands that I accompany you on this quest. More importantly, my presence will be necessary inside Death's Valor Keep. The altars inside served as the final test of a squire's worthiness. The chests won't open unless the Order's creed is said in earnest. My presence ensures that kneeling at the altars will unlock the chests. Once, the building was the stronghold of the Knights of Death's Valor. The stories I could tell you about our lives. But Lord Leobert betrayed us, forged himself into a corruption of our very beliefs. Our keep stood as a bastion against the dark and beacon for the ill-fated for centuries. I remember the pride I felt being among the knights, the sense of purpose, all now lost. The name reminded the knights to fight justly and well. We knew that death wasn't a thing to be beaten back or feared. Still, my demise wasn't honorable. And in death, I lie far from the brethren my negligence cursed. I was Lord Leobert's confidant when we were but lowly pages. His father served as Knight Commander and had little time for Leobert. I should have seen what he was planning. Maybe I could have turned him from it. I failed us all. A traveler buried me here, but left my head on the gravestone, a warning to all who journeyed on this road. My presence ensured that no one disturbed the keep or unleashed the horrors within. Before Leobert tarnished the name of Death's Valor, the altar stood as a test of Squire's worthiness. Kneeling at the altars and praying to the ideals we held dear, disengaged the locks holding the chests next to the altars shut. Items sacred to us: the burial shroud of Lucette Suriel, a black candle, a sack of grave dirt, dried petals. I desecrated the chests, but there wasn't much time. Leobert had to be stopped. The chests were the only option. That may be the only light in this dark situation. The power of the altars only reveals itself to those who are worthy. Lord Leobert, in his arrogance, shunned our order, our very creed. He's no more worthy than an ant. I prefer to be carried. It's less disrespectful, but I suspect you'll need your hands free for the trials ahead. The altars inside served as the final test of a squire's worthiness. The chests won't open unless the Order's creed is said in earnest. My presence ensures that kneeling at the altars will unlock the chests. I yearned to see my home one last time, but I never anticipated I'd see it from the inside of a satchel. As squires, Leobert and I fell asleep praying in front of that statue. Knights, lost to the forgotten past, let us live in a manner that befits your long-gone memory. The dagger Leobert used to flay his body. His harebrained sacrifice brought an end to our glorious order. Once, this courtyard was filled with talk and laughter. Now all I can hear is the clanking of items in your pack. Squires prayed at this altar under the watchful eyes of these statues. Hopefully, the statues will deliver us as well. A knight does not forget that it is their duty to serve others. Lord Leobert, with this book he learned to reject fate. With these pages, he destroyed those who are honorable and true. With the chapel so removed from our daily lives, only those undergoing the rites of passage know the here. A knight is humbled in the face of all that lies beyond mortal comprehension. A knight does not fight the end when it draws near. That chalice was passed down for generations and welcomed countless knights to our halls. Leobert, ritual, used it to end us before our time. Leobert's chamber. Not even the altar within could return the Knight Commander to his senses. A knight is courageous, even in the face of insurmountable danger. The heart Leobert ripped from his chest in the shadow of fear. I doubt he cared about the impact this had on the rest of us. You retrieved every item. Had I hands, I would clasp yours in friendship. Leave this cursed freak to the dead.
Big mistake. Nothing is too big or too bad for us to handle.
Place the items you dutifully recovered in that grave. Leobert will never leave his keep now. Now, refill the grave with dirt. It's time the mistakes of the past were buried. Now, no one will suspect what this grave hides. I'd like to be laid to rest atop that tombstone, if you don't mind putting me there. Even without lungs, I cherish being in this fresh air. I'm glad I put my skull in your care, Pilgrim. You prayed at the sacred altars and removed the ritual items from Lord Leobert's sphere of influence. You are honorable and dutiful. No one will look in this graveyard for the items thought to be lost within the keep, and I will watch over them. Your task is done. You have my thanks in all things. Here, I promised you the treasures forgotten in the graveyard. Take them. I'm not sure how long my cursed existence will continue, but I feel at rest. My trials are over. I'll keep my vigil here and look to welcome death with open arms whenever I'm blessed with it. The magic of the ritual will not let Leobert and his lackeys leave the keep's walls. With the ritual items, their strength could grow, but since you took the tools from inside the keep, their cursed forms are trapped forever. I am the only one who exited the keep. I believe the sight of my bones falling apart in the air frightened them. They'd never risk losing their mobility. I'll do my duty and watch over these items. I have a knack for long vigils now. I hope so. I'd like to not rush into it. Not while the others of my order pose a threat inside the keep. But one day, yes, when my time comes, I will smile. And that will be all. There is a pleasing breeze in the air. A new peace calming the keep. I'm not sure how long my cursed existence will continue, but I feel at rest.
You don't find something like that every day. Ooh, shiny. Amazing. I have to write Magister Erin about this one. And up we go!
You've done a great service to the House of Dufort and all the sisters. Those dreadsails would have driven us all to ruin if you hadn't flushed them out from their den. Thank you.
Yes! Are we going to race?
keep that close to you. A pickpocket will make a killing off something like that.
This will keep you out of Emunara's fur.
Tide swallow her. Traveler, may I ask a favor? I have honorably guarded Lady Garrick's trials for more lifetimes than I can recall. And this necromancer thinks she can cow me? I'll have none of it! Apologies. Thank you for stopping. Would you kindly douse that censer and unbind me? I am the steward of Garrick's Rest. I am bound to this place until someone completes the Trials of Worth. 3 tests that measure the qualities a knight needs to bear Lady Garrick's sacred shield. Unless you're a schemer like Emunara. To take the sacred shield without daring the Trials of Worth. But only one who passes the trials learns the words that dismiss the wards guarding the shield. If you can win the shield before the necromancer steals it, I will reward you. Perhaps you are the very soul I've waited for all these years. Someone worthy enough to earn Lady Garrick's most treasured possession. Please pick up the censer and extinguish it. I suspect that should end the necromancer's binding. Yes, I'm certain you do. Only an incurious fool wouldn't seek to know more. But it may surprise you to learn that I find being bound like this deeply unpleasant. Please, collect and extinguish the censer. I will answer every question once I'm free. Now I'll gladly answer your questions. You should hold on to that censer. Already you show more virtuous character than Emunara ever will. Your compassion will go remembered. Now, enter Garrick's Rest to begin the Trials of Worth. Pass with honor, but move quickly. I cannot allow Emunara to cheat her way to the shield. As I said, 3 trials await you. Perseverance, wits, and constitution. They each test a virtue that Lady Garrick sought in those she sailed with. I will meet you before each one to explain your goal and offer guidance. After that, it's up to you. Correct. Magical wards surround the shield. After honorably completing each trial, you'll learn a phrase that dispels this protection. Emunara wanted me to tell her this phrase, but I refused. I worry about her plans to get around the wards. They began as a way to weed out those who would serve her poorly. Many aspired to sail with the great Lady Jocelyn Garrick, but she'd only accept the best. If an applicant passed each challenge while maintaining their honor, she welcomed them aboard. Before her last voyage, Lady Garrick asked me to find a new bearer for her shield if she did not return. I swore an oath to find someone worthy. That oath holds me here to this day. Only when the shield is fairly won can I rest. Lady Garrick called it her sacred shield. She claimed that a saint of Arche blessed it with his blood. While she held it, no injury could befall her. I have no reason to doubt this belief. Only when she left it behind did she die in battle. I have thought on that question for ages. At the time, my place was not to question her judgment. I keep reflecting on what she told me. If I don't return, may this preserve my memory. Perhaps she knew the voyage was doomed, no matter what. She declined to tell me. To be honest, I chose not to ask. I knew from the moment I saw Eminara that she wasn't honorable enough to deserve the shield. Strange, though. A shield blessed by the power of Arche should repel a necromancer.
Great work, but questions still remain. I shall return to my order and report all that has happened. Until we meet again.
I love harvesting runestones. Anything valuable in there? One time, I reached into a sack like that and found a bunch of live frogs. That was a strange day.
Time to bring the lightning!
Watching you harvest is exciting. I can't wait to see what you're going to do with that. Yes! Are we going to race?
Ah, my butterfly found me a strong helper. If you're out here chasing butterflies, perhaps you have time to assist the druids of the Stone Lore Circle with a matter of great importance. I'm not as young as I used to be and could use your help. The volcano stirs, as if encouraged by an outside force. More importantly, the local volcanic vents, which normally lie dormant, are suddenly teeming with activity. I fear if I don't discover the cause, the destruction will be unimaginable. I need your help investigating the vents. I must commune with the spirits at each site to determine the best course of action. But catching those buggers requires someone spry, and the ritual is easier with 2 people. I'll pay if you'll help. The creatures you catch at each vent will be my conduit to their nature spirits. Then I'll need your help to perform the ritual. Now, let's hurry. Time is short, and we don't want to try and dance with lava. I said, as if encouraged by an outside force. It could be nothing more than the ramblings of an old druid. I just know that this activity is strange, but much of nature is thanks to Ifra and his earth bones. I am. The 2 of us would not be having such a friendly conversation were I part of the Eldertide Circle. Lucky you. Can't say much about the Fire Song Circle, however, and I don't care to. Oh, I knew you looked like the helpful sort. You have my thanks for assisting them. It's comforting to know you're a friend to my people. There are many who view druids with suspicion, or worse. Easily. I may be old, but I'm still a druid. I am an arbiter of Ifra's will, and therefore my magic helps me take care of and communicate with nature. I can make flowers grow beneath your feet if I wish, and I can summon spirits. Catching the creatures requires a swift hand, but I also need a bit of your own energy to do the ritual. Once you catch something, you'll need to release it toward me so I can draw on both your power and the creatures to communicate with the spirit. Ah, there's a quick critter now. Catch it, would you? Excellent work. Now, to perform the ritual, stand over there, concentrate on the butterfly, and release it toward me. Butterfly spirits are notoriously difficult to understand, but that was useful, I think. Let's continue. That was somewhat enlightening. Insect nature spirits are a peculiar kind. They always communicate so quickly it's near impossible to parse. It's hard to put into words. Butterflies are fickle creatures, naturally, and even more so when distressed. But it at least communicated to me that a disturbance in the natural order happened quite recently. Curious.
Yes! Are we going to race? Doing something with magic-y? Make sure there aren't any traps.
that's a fine specimen there. Grab him. All right, now just stand over there, concentrate, and release the dragonfly to me. Careful! Dragonflies are such poets. The spirit mentioned a high concentration of magicka here. Worrying. A concerning piece of information, but a piece all the same. Come, let us continue. Yes, though neither the spirit nor I are able to determine the source, but abundant magicka in any place that it doesn't belong is a problem. Another part of the puzzle.
Target's moving. Nice hole.
Grab that little one there. That'll do. Let's speak. Well, that was enlightening. I thank you for your help. You're quick on your feet. I remember when I could snatch an errant bug from the very sky. Oh, those were the days. Oh, my mind wanders. Let us focus on the task at hand. In a sense, natural spirits do not always communicate in ways that are clear, even to druids. We are but observers of Ifra's will. Still, based on what I've learned, I've developed a theory. One that confuses me greatly. The spirits noticed an abundance of magic, both at the vents and within the volcano itself. My people are the only ones who can claim power over volcanic forces. But that doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone want to usher a volcano along? Not forever. But now that I know the nature of the activity, I can conduct a ritual to calm the vents. That way they won't be a danger to anyone. At least not for a while. But to do so, I need your young legs again. How do you feel about torch bugs? The ritual requires an attuned torch bug. I always carry a few on my person. Here, take him. Gently. I'll need you to toss the bright-bummed lad into the largest volcanic vent. It's just to the north. Don't worry, no harm will come to the torch bug.
Good eye. I didn't even see that runestone at first.
Quickly, this way. We're too late. I'll try to contain it.
Anyone else?
Don't let those monsters reach the fissure.
I'm gonna show off a little.
Well done. I'll stabilize the vent while you use the torch bug to seal it. Let's get somewhere a bit safer before we speak again. We've contained it for the time being, but even still, I'd rather we get someplace cooler before we chat. Come, let's leave this place. Well, that was invigorating. Thank you for your help. I wouldn't have been able to handle all of those creatures on my own. You are a marvel across the battlefield. You saved the day, my sprightly friend. It was. The volcanic vents have been contained, at least for now. The danger is past. The underlying mystery persists, however. Who would use magic to awaken the volcano? And why? I must ponder this. Here, your reward. I appreciate your help. You have my gratitude. Without your help, I would never have discovered how to quell the volcanic vents. I intend to determine the cause of this new volcanic activity to the best of my ability. Thanks to you, I am no longer in danger of drowning in a molten wave of Ifra's wrath. Were it not for the excess of magic, I would think it nothing more than an example of Ifra's uncompromising and intractable will. But there is more to this. Dread brews in my stomach like a terrible storm. Or perhaps that's just gas. Who can say?